And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Yeah, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like, most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes will hustle with the line. From the gun on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Backed off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give on the inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The short hands, it's Massey. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Ducks are on the move. Gives it on the option. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Ducks can play the second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And off from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has there to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they're going to have to line up for field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one is perfect. Hold on just a second.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. From the gun, the ground game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oregon! And they strike first.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football in that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in your entire country.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab down the right side. And he stretches his way into the end zone. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability in that position, quarterbacks ranking 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive play.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams. Pretty special.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive. to the wideout. Just a heuristic hawk-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his knockout. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And they'll move the chains in a good way to wrap up the first quarter. They'll go back to work after changing into the field. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football. When the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so he's going to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Running into the open space. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Riggs. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offset. the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fighting off the defender. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds it back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They're going to run it. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down and second and 5. Looking to fire. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to Brown. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. This offense has been had their total just before halftime. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, he's going for the goal line. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. And he's gonna score on the interception. Touchdown Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for his offense. They'll immediately call timeout. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he takes it in for a score!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen. And anything can change after you score like that.
Not taking a knee. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Look out, he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. To the air on first down. Quick strike, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City.
The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. second half. Brings into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job on the base defense making it work.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pulls it in, it's Massey. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They just keep firing. Pulls it in. He goes out of right at midfield.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Snagged in the middle. It's key. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. Now back in the red zone again. They're looking to add to it.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lets it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target. In breaking that, gotta have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And the pummeling has started.
Another nice drive this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he puts through the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They
guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Massey. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game is over.
So now it's second and long.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker is key. Gun room at the 35. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to...
Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward. Because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had
situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence. They do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They want that clock to run. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football and try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Got it. It's key. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again, using the quick game. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players come out. You have so much anticipation coming into the season.